Hello, wherever you watch me from, wherever you follow us from. Welcome back to another episode of the Dialectic Space podcast. It's with me, your host, Ibrahim Asonko. I mostly host Gambians and non Gambians alike, sometimes during the week and often over the weekend as well. And today I have the pleasure of hosting one of the most prominent Gambians, especially in the Gambian social media and entertainment context. But even much more interesting is this person is very multi-layered. It's not the fact that he is only on social media and doing social media commentary, which, by the way, he's very brilliant at doing. He's arguably one of the most followed Gambian writers on Gambian social media, including on Facebook. He also used to run a column, a very prominent column, once widely admired and followed around the globe on Standard newspaper. Not only that, he is also very vocal when it comes to entertainment in the Gambia, but he is also well known for his artistic passion. And has been behind, or at least has been one of the individuals behind some of the most renowned artistic projects in the Gambia, and famously would be the Black Magic Project. So I'm happy to introduce to all of you Latirr Carr. I hope I indulge you for a little bit to tell me the correct pronunciation of your name, because Lad and I have been friends on Facebook for so long, but we've never actually spoken. We only chat and interact on Facebook. So I'm really happy to have you, Lad. How are you doing today? Lad, how are you doing? Can you hear me? It looks like Lad cannot hear me, or at least he's struggling to hear me. Lad, are you with me?
I'm doing good. I mean, it's an interesting period, Ramadan, Lent, and everything else in between. It's a pleasure being on your platform. I've also been a keen follower of what you've been doing. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, lad. I'm really excited to be here. Like you said, you've not host or at least had a media presence for a very long time, and I know
Yes,
this
yes. Did you
because
hear me?
yes, I think you're slightly behind, and I suspect that's due to your internet connectivity. But let me know if you can hear me loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I do hear you, lad.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, awesome.
Yes, I was just saying it's a pleasure being on your platform. I've also been a keen follower of everything you're doing on social media, from the fitness routines to the commentary to now what you're doing with this very special program. And I'm saying keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, lad. I really appreciate that. And let me just begin by saying that I've been a huge admirer. I've always been, at least since I started following you, perhaps maybe 2015 or 2016, when I was just at the University of the Gambia. And I remember I used to talk to Mola Kambi about you, a lot, and just how incredible and witty you are in your writings on social media. And so, platforms like this or conversations like this, I think the very essence of why I created this platform is to talk about ideas, is talk about people and their journeys, to talk about policies, is to look at issues that we otherwise wouldn't be able to have, and interrogate matters that are important to us as human beings. And so today, I would really like to begin with really understanding who the man really is. A lot of people see on social media, a lot of writing on social media, on newspapers too, in recent past. But I think if you ask a lot of people to talk about that, there is different aspects of you they could talk about. They could either talk about the fact that you are an engineer by profession, or they could talk about the fact that you are a lot into creative arts industry, or they could also talk about the fact that you are a lot into social media, social and political commentary. So I want to begin at your formative stages. Where is that from? Obviously, your dad used to be the principal of Gambia High School, and yourself, you were head boy of Gambia High School as well in 2002. But if we can begin there to understand who Lad really is and where you're from, what sort of values were inculcated and instilled in you growing up. It seems your internet is still behind. I would strongly recommend you try to log back on because it takes a while between when I say something between and when you receive it. So that seems to be what is happening right now. And I suspect it's due to the internet connection, but in Gambia currently. But I'm struggling a lot with that. But we sincerely apologize. It looks like we're experiencing a lot of internet connectivity issues with where Lad is right now. And so I'm going to try to take him out, and then he's going to try to log back on, and then we can continue the conversation. But thank you all for being here, and we'll just continue. I'll just message Lad real quick, and then we'll proceed. But yes, thank you all for being here. I apologize for that. The internet, as always, thing Lad is currently in Gambia is really bad, and so it's hard to have a conversation where it takes a while for him to receive what I'm saying. And I'm gonna try to have him on as soon as practicable. But myself, I'm not feeling well. By the way, I have a really bad cold. I've been coughing whole of last night and day before. But I'm glad this is virtual because I don't have to infect any of you with what I'm going through. And also, for those of you here, just right after this conversation with Lad, I'm gonna be talking to Kemo Bojang of United Movement for Change, and we're going to dive into the whole impending registration of United Movement for Change here on the Dialectic Space podcast. So bear with me as we try to reconnect with Lad one more time, and then we can continue to have the conversation. It's never my wish for us to be experiencing these constant interruptions, but I wish I have the powers to change it, but I don't. And I'm sure even if the president has the powers to make a difference, I'm sure he would. I think internet back home, which by the way also introduced this whole concept of Starlink intending to come to Gambia, which Lad and I are probably going to talk about later because he wrote an article about it. Um, but let's see what happens, man. Hopefully, I'm able to have Lad because Lad has a lot of perspectives to share, and I think it would be nice to be able to get this going. But thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate all of you. And thank you for the support and the encouragement and the feedback. And tomorrow as well, I'll be talking to Gayso, Gayso, the director of the legal department. Excuse me. Gayso at ECOWAS Commission legal director will be with me tomorrow, God willing. And I'll be talking to him about a lot of things around law and legal jurisprudence, both in Gambia around the African continent. So please be sure to join us tomorrow as well. So I was talking to Latirr Carr, and seems his internet has problems. So we're going to try to reconnect with him, and then we'll try to forge on with this conversation. So once again, I sincerely apologize for this unplanned interruption. It seems to be a recurring thing in our Gambian context, and I hope that is something that we're able to figure out because clearly we've not done very well with fixing our internet. A country that has been in existence for over 60 years, that we still struggle with internet, we struggle with electricity, we struggle with water. I think that should sincerely be a thing of the past now, and it's really unacceptable to attempt to have conversations with people and then the internet is stripping, right? So hopefully that comes back and then we can try to get this conversation going. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop the streaming. If Lad comes back, I'm gonna try to get hold of Lad and then we'll continue.